We are still on some level thinking that we can't really believe in manifestation, or we can't really believe that we can have what we want until we see it in our reality. So I talk a lot on this channel about the power of belief and how believing hard is such a transformational tool for you to use to create your best life. But today I'm talking about the other side of the coin and talking about how important it is to cultivate a sense of disbelief. So today I'm talking all about how important it is to disbelieve the reality you're currently living in order to manifest the reality that you want. So if you want to find out what this disbelief thing is all about, then be sure to keep watching. Hello, my beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Jen. I'm a spiritual life and business coach, and this is my YouTube channel. This is where I create 2 new videos for you each and every week, all about combining manifestation mindsets together so that you can use these powerful tools to create your best life. So if you are invested in up-leveling and becoming your best self, then you'll want to join me for this adventure and hit that subscribe button. As I said, I am a spiritual life and business coach, and I am so pleased to announce that I have seats open in my brand new Unblocked group coaching program. If you are considering taking this work to the next level, then I highly suggest that you come on over and check it out on my site. If you want to learn more about the program, I'll give you the details at the end of the video. So yes, like I said at the top of the video today, we are turning things on its head a little bit today. As I said, we talk a lot on this channel about the power of belief, and I honestly believe taking control of your beliefs and choosing what you want to believe in consciously is such a powerful tool for transformation. And those beliefs can be beliefs about yourself and your identity, about the things that you want in life, or about the way you think the world works. So belief is important on so many levels. And today, like I said, we are turning it all on its head, and I'm going to talk about the power of disbelief, which might sound like something completely out of left field. So if you're feeling a little confused right now, don't worry, I'm going to get right into it. So here's the thing. When you are trying to manifest something, you are trying to use the power of your mind and the power of your beliefs in order to create a result in your real world. But in case you haven't noticed, this isn't always as simple as it sounds. Manifestation is in fact very simple, but the problem is we are using our same old brain, and our same old brain loves to think the same old thoughts and have the same old beliefs and create the same old feelings, which creates the same old patterns in our life over and over and over again. This is how it might feel like you're in a rut, or you're stuck, or you're cycling through the same thing over and over again in your life. That is because your brain is literally creating the same pattern. It has fallen into a loop and it keeps creating the same thing over and over again, even though that thing is not something that you consciously want. So our brain is a creature of habit. And that works hand in hand with another thing that we have all been taught since we were very young. So as a child, one of the things that we have learned from school, from watching TV, from the way the world works, is that we should never believe in something until we see it. We are told that this is the scientific way of being, and that we should just, not believe in things until they are real. So one of the tricks with manifestation, of course, is to learn how to believe in something before it happens, because the belief actually is what creates the magic. The belief is actually what changes you from the inside out. It changes your vibration, it changes your emotions, and in turn, it changes your actions. And when all of that stuff changes, that is when you change your results and the thing shows up in your actual real world. So there's a problem though with this, of course, because we've been bought into this idea for so long that we can't believe in something until we see it. Most of us are trying to manifest, but we're not really doing it because we are still falling back into that old paradigm of thinking. We are still on some level thinking that we can't really believe in manifestation, or we can't really believe that we can have what we want until we see it in our reality. So if you're stuck in that state, and if there's part of your brain that still believes that, of course, what you're actually doing is just creating a negative feedback loop for yourself. You're saying you want something, but you're not really trusting in it and you're not really fully believing in it. Therefore, that thing is not actually going to happen for you because you're not all in. So how do you get out of this cycle? Well, this is where the power of disbelief comes into play. And I'm going to teach you something today that is going to go against everything that you have ever learned and the entire way you've gone through experiencing life. But if you can get this one thing, this can open the door for you to experience so much more in your world. And this really can create, possibility in a place where maybe there wasn't possibility before. And that's really what manifestation is. We are opening the doors to possibility instead of closing the doors on ourselves, and instead of telling us no all the time, instead of thinking that we already know the answers and that everything is going to go against us. It's really up to us to create this sense of possibility, and this is how you do that. So what do I mean by creating disbelief? So again, we like to think, or that we've been conditioned to think, that we can't believe in something until we see it. So think about this, for example. Say you are a manifestor and you are working on manifesting more money into your life, but you keep looking at your bank account or at the bills that are coming in, and they keep showing you the same thing that they've always shown you, which is not enough money, or you're stressing about how much is there or how much you're being charged. It can be really difficult to put yourself into a place of abundance when you are having this experience, because it feels like reality is just giving you more proof of what you don't want instead of what you do want. So it becomes, again, this cycle of you wanting something but never quite being able to believe it, therefore never really experiencing it because you're not believing it and therefore not creating it. So what would happen if we just stop putting so much stock into the things that we see in the world? What would happen if we could train ourselves not to believe in the things that are in front of us that are giving us so-called proof right now? So this is gonna sound nutto, but I really suggest you try it out, especially on the things where you are feeling stuck. So again, if you're feeling stuck around love, if you're feeling stuck around money, if you're feeling stuck around health, try out this manifesting technique and see if it works for you. So what I'm really talking about here is just really going in on what you want to believe. So I talked already about the importance of believing really hard and believing in what you want. And now what I'm asking you to do is to believe in that, but then disregard anything that gets in the way of that. And I know that's the tricky thing. But you can do this if you start to approach this whole thing as a game, this whole mindset manifestation thing as a game. It can be something that is just part of your day. So you can train yourself into feeling like this is your new normal instead of being so emotional about the things that are so-called proof about the things you don't want in life. So say, for example, we go back to the money thing. So if you are that person, you're trying to manifest money and this bill comes in, and normally this bill would come in and it would put you in a tailspin. You would be thinking, oh no, how am I going to pay this? Oh no, I don't have enough money for this. Oh no, I'm so broke. Oh no, whatever. You see how that energy kind of like picks up and takes you further down the spiral. So we're just not going to take the bait. Okay, that's really what disbelief is. I'm not telling you to look at that bill and not pay it because it's not real. That's not what I mean at all. But I want you to look at that, see what it is, and still keep believing in what you really want. Still keep holding on to the dream that you know to be true in your heart. So still keep believing in your abundant future, in your ability to manifest whatever amount of money it is that you are going after. So if you get this bill in, and normally it would have tripped you out and freaked you out and made you question everything, you are still going to receive that bill. You are going to open it, you're going to look at it, and you're going to see that and be able to put it in a compartment, because this is not going to give you more proof that you are broke. You are not going to let it give you proof of that. You are not going to believe in what you used to tell. You are not going to believe in the story that you used to tell about this bill. So in the past, you would have created this big drama about it, made it mean something way more than it actually does, And in your new reality, the reality that you're creating, you are still choosing to hold on to your vision, which is the most important thing of all. So I'm not really asking you not to believe in the thing. Again, like I said, if it's a bill that comes in the mail, I'm not asking you to pretend it's not there and stick your head in the sand. You can still look at it. But what I'm asking you to do is to not believe in the initial story that you would have made up about this. In the past, your story might have been, I'm just gonna keep getting bills. What is the point of manifesting money? Like, I'm never gonna be rich, etc., etc., etc. Your job right now is to not believe in that story that your brain is going to give you. Your job is to keep believing in what you consciously choose, not into the old bad habits, scarcity, fear-based stories that you used to create. So you can try out this technique no matter what you are manifesting. If you are trying to manifest love, you need to look at, the people that are showing up in your world that are not the one, not as evidence that you are not worthy, but as, just, a fact of life. And like, person is here and this just isn't the one, and I'm not going to let this interfere with my belief in my ability to have love. The same thing with health. If you are trying to lose weight and you have a bad day and, something happens, you go off the diet, you don't go to the gym, you are not going to let that mean something more. You are not going to make that mean, what's the point of even trying? I never lose weight, etc., etc., etc. The point is that you can stop believing in those old stories. And the reason why is because those old stories are limiting beliefs. Those old stories are your old destructive, negative patterns that are taking you farther and farther away from where you were going. Your brain is absolutely convinced that they are real and they are true. It is up to you to break the cycle. It is up to you to choose what you really want and to go all in on what you really want. So today was all about disbelief, and it works hand in hand with belief, two polarizing topics that work perfectly well together, as is the case of the universe. Whenever there is one element of one thing, there's usually a complete opposite element that we also need to think about. So disbelief works hand in hand with belief. We are disbelieving what we used to think, and we are believing in what we want to create. And that is how you make the magic happen. Okay, so that's it for today's video. What did you guys think? I would love to know if you watched this far. So if you would go ahead and do me a favor, type the word believe into the comments below so you can let me know that you made it this far. As I said at the beginning, I have new spots open in my brand new coaching program. If you want to learn more about how you can massively up-level and transform your life in 6 weeks, this is an amazing opportunity for you. This is for the ambitious babe who is wanting to do more and really needs like a little push and a little gang of like-minded people to help her get there. And if that sounds like you, then you'll want to come on over and fill out an application form on the site. So I'll leave a link for that in the description box below. Other than that, if you like this video, give it a like, and if you want to watch more, click the latest right here. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. So until then, as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.